Well, ladies and gents, welcome back to Club Dubbo for the Inland Petroleum City of Dubbo International Fours. Seem to have a connection issue. Our stream disappeared. Got it back. So had to restart. Our scoreboard says Lee Schraner leading 6-4. You do have them round the other way on the board. The bowls in the head there, Haydn Bojkowski's red and blue bowl and Rick Lucey's orange bowl. Very hard to tell who's shot, but I do think from shot I can get out from the window that it's Rick who is holding shot. And Rick actually is a Winty Leagues playing out by the looks of the shirt. He's looking for a little bit of contact on his own bowl. Try and turn the second one out. Playing that shot, maybe it is Haydn Bojkowski holding. While we had disappeared, Schraner picked up a 3 to make it 6-4. It was 4-2 in favour of Indi Conlan. Last two ends, Schraner's picked up a 1 and a 3. Well, he's just paused on the mat while a running shot on the adjacent rink went through. Jay Bruce having a dash at the head. Well, he's just going to collect the shorter bowl. A little bit of shake of the head from Lee, not overly enthused about that one. So we'll should know who's got shot by Indi's option here. I don't think there'll be anything attacking if he's holding. Best backward from Indi Conlan. Well, they're watching this from Lee Schraner. They want it to get right down to the jack. Just going to pull up a little bit on the short side. Indi not quite on the right line there, just swooped a little more than he was expecting. Can you get the umpires in to have a look at this one? Probably going to need some feeler gauges. So, umpire Johnny Rodas, the one that's jumped into action here. Has got calipers set at a very small distance. See, he's grabbed a little bit of white card to put underneath the bowl and jack. Just helps with the lighter background, helping to be able to see more precisely, more perfectly for the faintest of touch on both jack and bowl. John will be having the calipers against the bowl, working towards the jack. The bowl with a greater mass, more difficult to move. Work with a gentle touch on the bowl to get a very gentle touch on the jack. And compare the distance between the two, always working from the open side. You'll see him just reposition ever so slightly so he can work from the open side to look at Lucey's bowl. Working from the top to the bottom, very good. Let's check that. Now go back and just make sure, always double check to make sure that it hasn't moved. And I'm not sure he was able to split them there. No, he must have been able to. No, J6 got the jack, so it would be a score for Indi Conlan because it was a tied end. Winner of the previous end would take the mat and jack. Of course, that was Lee Schraner's team, so as Noah's picked up the mat, it is a single to Indi's team. And fantastic start from Noah Jedrzejczyk. So a big shout out of thanks to the sponsors for Club Dubbo, Inland Petroleum, BCIB Insurance Brokers, MRH Disability Services, and Western Plains Automotive, along with the Luca Group, Accountants and Advisors, Battery World Dubbo, Bender Kitchens, Aristocrat, and Carlton United Breweries. Great bowl from Noah Jedrzejczyk. Josh Walker-Davis. He's attacking straight away. Can get a result off his own, and he has. Maybe a little fortunate, but that is a result. Gary Mills. Good bowl from Gary. Back to one shot for Indi Conlan's team. Haydn Bojkowski, you see in the background, not happy with that delivery. Hasn't given it the grass required. The weight, not too bad at all. Gary Mills to repeat his previous bowl. Hasn't quite got send on this one. Haydn Bojkowski, very close. Sits the bowl, great effort. Lucey looking to repeat the pain. Not too far away with this. Just going to fade around. Well, the Bowls New South Wales Member Conference is back. Thursday, October 23rd at Wendy Leagues. This year, it's all about club development. Join us for a full day of expert insights, practical tools, and ready-to-use templates you can take straight back to your club. You'll hear from Bowls New South Wales and leading industry professionals on the strategies that will help your club grow and thrive. And it's not just talk, you'll leave with resources you can put into action immediately. Tickets are on sale now. They include morning tea, lunch and social drinks, plus all the take-home templates, information and resources you need to get started straight away. The Bowls New South Wales Member Conference, Thursday, October 23rd at Wendy Leagues. Don't miss it. Register now. Click the link in the video description for our YouTube stream and you'll be able to purchase your tickets on that link. Rick, decent effort again. Haydn Bojkowski holding the one shot. You can see from Jake Rynne's reaction there, he knew he hadn't quite got the right speed on that. Well, Indi Conlan can draw in here. Just wants to get a little touch on that jack. Back to here. Because 1, 2, 3 bowls belong to his team. And played a pretty good bowl. I think he's just the one shot there now. We're going to have to educate Noah. Stay off the centre line. Indi can drag that jack around the corner on that hand, would be a huge result. Got his teammates' interest, but is just going to shave past. So at least Schraner, he can play a little attacking here, but he needs to make sure he gets that jack all the way back. A bit of analysis going on. Got to be a little careful here. The shot you choose, you don't want to risk taking Haydn Bojkowski's bowl out clean. You're pretty unlucky to do it, I think, but just got to look at the options to make sure you don't drop a big count. I do think 5 wins is going to be the qualification point, but it's probably going to be a few teams with 5 wins miss out the way it's looking at the moment. But very competitive. And he's just missed his line. I think it's just the one. Six shots apiece. No, Jedrzejczyk certainly has kept up with his better known opponent so far in this game. No, I'm just looking for a little more speed than his previous. A little bit through, so chance for Josh Walker-Davis just to make a little bit of a correction and grab the shot. He's done that, got the shot. Still room. Gary Mills backhand. Oh, he's not sent this one. Haydn crashes into the first Noah Jedrzejczyk bowl. Might be shot now. Gary Mills, if he pushes it again, it's got the half a roll. Indi Conlan says that's 2. It's just a little bit of a breeze blowing here. It'll be, as we look at the screen, a little bit right to left and a little bit straight down the green from our end towards the people on the mat at the moment. So we'll now be pretty much left to right as well, so it's just changing a bit. Well, he's turned Haydn Bojkowski's bowl up to be shot. Wants Rick Lucey to play through the head. Rick's just held the line a little bit longer than he expected there. And Jake Rynne just careful of the action next door. Looking for a nice draw in on that hand. Wants it to really swoop now. Just short of jack high. Indi Conlan looking for a little bit of pace through his own bowls. Wants to get turn up. He's just got the little stop on the shot bowl, so still one down. Here's Schraner. He's just not quite nailing the weight at the moment, players. Indi Conlan. I don't know if that is Haydn Bojkowski's bowl there. It was. I assume it is because Indi Conlan's running through. Well, you can see the red and blue colours, so it is Indi. It is definitely, and you can actually read East on the bowl, so definitely Haydn Bojkowski's bowl that's in front there that's shot. The Schraner just waits as someone walks behind the rink. be looking for a longer length again. Close to tee to tee. Jedrzejczyk on that, sticking on that non-ditch side, just a little bit wide that time. Nice work at Davis's first bowl. Say it's 50 or 60 centimetres through his first one. His second one's going to be a little bit pacier as well. No, it just needs a slightly tighter line, and from Indi's reaction, it's just left a little weight off this one. But no, it's just that it's on the same line. He was wanting it to bend and not run. A good effort from Haydn. That'll be the shot. Gary Mills. Haydn Bojkowski. Just getting the outside of his. I think that'll be good enough for two, though. Gary's just going to be around that one again. Nice little pocket of bowls for Indi's team sitting there. Rynne. That'll be the third. Lucey just looking for a forehand draw. So Indi Conlan indicating just to draw up to those ones just behind Jack High. I think that's just a bit short. He's still possibly 2 or 3 for Schraner's team. The Jake Rynne, his first one was pretty good. The line very similar again. And his second one's even better. He's just about Jack High, so won't change Rick Lucey's intent. Still that forehand draw use that one as a little bit of brakes, just get a little sit on it. I can still play with plenty of confidence. Let's hit that. Unfortunately, no, it stood in the centre line on us. Well, Schraner does have the best bowls at the back of the head. Well, the best one at the back is Josh Walker-Davis. So we might see him just play a little bit of aggression here, try and remove Rick's bowl. A small touch is also really good for Lee Schraner. It's one of Josh Walker-Davis's bowl he's pushed up. Is that there? Lee. Lee Schraner's bowl's indicated there. So if he gets a touch back to that little area, it's good. However, can't get them too far as all the bowls here are against him. Indi Conlan, he's just trying to play that forehand draw, wants to hold a fraction wide and sit there. Just out of play. So he's just in behind Jake Rynne's bowl, the second shot. A very delicate trail is good for Lee Schraner. A long trail is not. He wants to come in just under Rick Lucey's bowl and run, but he's been a little bit cautious with the weight. So Indi Conlan, he'll just play that forehand draw again. Just wants to get slightly down around Rick Lucey's bowl. He's just going to pass. So it's still 1-2 Lee Schraner's team. Josh Walker-Davis, they've gone T to T this time. you were keen to enter the Bowls New South Wales State Mixed Pairs, unfortunately you've missed the window. Entries did close last night. We'll be working through collating those into their regions and working out draws, so be a little patient. We do have a record number of entries. It will take us just a little while to get those sorted out. Confirm all those draws probably in a week or so's time. Good effort. Just on the outside of the Josh Walker Davis holding one. Noah Jedrzejczyk Jack high next to him. Gary Mills just passes slightly under. Sorry. Haydn Bojkowski passes slightly under. Chance here for Gary Mills though to just draw to set the shot bowl. And Jake Rynne, he'll play the forehand. Just looking to arrive down to those bowls. Got Gary Mills through, got a toucher, well played. Be 2 shots to Lee Schraner's team now. Going to play a little bit of positive backhand. Well, very positive backhand. Got the one off the centre line. Well, Schraner just indicated to draw to the bowl just behind the jack to the left of centre line. Not sure he's got the width on this one. Feedback from the players is that it can be a little tricky on this rink. The wind seems to pick bowls differently out on that side particularly. Rick's gone big again and, well, he's hit nothing but the bank. Does need to get the 2 bowls rather than the jack. Get the bare jack and put it out of bounds. It's just coming straight back to where it is now, so that it won't be any change. So, going to have to get rid of the 2 bowls if the end's going to be made dead as well. Schraner would be pretty or half happy with that. Has framed it up a bit. Indi Conlan is running. Got the jack. Oh, he's got it straight through. Indication from Rynne to Schraner at 1 down. So Lee's got about a metre to stop Indi being shot. His teammates quite interested. Pity we can't see it. Indi Conlan running here. He's looking for the closest. Oh, actually, it was Josh Walker-Davis's bowl at the back that was shot. Looking for close to T to T again. No, a little bit of the room here to draw as Josh just went through. And Josh through again. And Noah holding one. Four ends remaining, including the remainder of this end. And it's Schraner in front by 3. Haydn Bojkowski once again in this direction, drops one right in there. He's drawn shot his last 3 bowls in this direction, at least. And Gary Mills very interested in this. Just not quite going to let go. It's not going to worry Haydn. He's going to stick with that forehand side. And commentator's curse. Mentioned that he's drawn shot 3 times in this direction and short, narrow. Gary Mills has got that one away. He's also on the tight side. Jake Rynne's on his way back to the mat to play his bowl. Big thank you to the sponsors for Club Dubbo, Inland Petroleum, BCIB Insurance Brokers, MRH Disability Services, and Western Plains Automotive, along with Luca Group, Accountants and Advisors, Battery World Dubbo, Bender Kitchens, Aristocrat, and Carlton United Breweries. Jake Rynne sits on Haydn Bojkowski's bowl. I think that'll make a couple at least, counting for their team. Lucey, he's just following down on that side of the green. Got a touch. That's gone back to Haydn Bojkowski. So 1 to that Schraner team now. Jake Rynne will be keen to get another one in there. Well, he's got a shot bowl, but I think it's still just the one, the movement of the jack. Just brought Rick Lucey in his second shot. Indi Conlan indicating to Rick to play a reaching shot. And just turn his own up. He can get underneath and just turn the shot bowl through. But, I think they're 3 down now. See, they haven't moved the jack indicator. Jake Rynne's just realised position of the jack in the ditch hadn't been marked. So, do believe Lee Schraner now holding 3. Just needs to get past the 2 metre mark really to count. Done that. But it's just kept going. Indi Conlan, a little bit of pressure here. He's going to try and sump his own toucher. And, well, that's one way to do it. Not deliberate. But he's got a great result out of it, and sometimes that's just a little bit of luck you need. Well, he's Schraner now. How do I get rid of that one? Because he's got the next... Well, he's got the next three. Very hard to beat that bowl sitting that close to the ditch. So he's looking to come through. I think the bowl is his own bowl. He's coming through as a toucher. He's missed the light, so Indi's got a shot. Now all he's got to do is try and draw another one. He's got a metre or so. Okay, Indi, what do you do for your next trick? Well, he needs to stop before it's sandy, and it'll do just that. That is a fantastic bowl from Indi Conlan. Backs up his luck by drawing another. Oh, good start from Jedrzejczyk. Pretty good reply from Josh Walker-Davis though, little toucher. Oh no, Jedrzejczyk sat that ball brilliantly. Josh under the line. Gary Mills just looking for a backhand draw just around their own shot bowl. Really would love to just drop in between the jack and the Josh Walker-Davis bowl. Gary's reaction up on the mat said it all. He knew he hadn't sent it. Haydn Bojkowski in behind. Well, Gary Mills close to the target, just going to run past. Haydn, don't think it's going to get back quickly enough. Close to drawing it. Oh, Rick Lucey, he's missed that one. But Indi Conlan last end got the thump and ran through. There's the luck. But just to rub salt in the wounds, drew the shot with this one. Great bowling from Indi. The second one, the first one, a lot of luck. Back live. Rynne just going to fade past the jack. Rick not quite learnt from the first one. Very similar bowl. Jake was close to the area with his first. I think he's just pinched the grass a little this time. Going to hit the short bowl. Oh, that's Gary Mills' bowl rolled all the way up. A little bit of luck going Indi Conlan's way. Trailing by one now, holding probably a couple. I think Haydn's bowl beats Noah's front one. Indi forehand, that looks a little quick. He might be trying to get to the back. Does match the bowl of Noah of Haydn Bojkowski at the back there. This is in number 13. Schraner leading by one, a couple down on the head. Could be behind with 2 ends to go. You'll need to play a conversion here just to give him a little bit of breathing room. Just looking for contact on the shot bowls. Jake Rynne's willing that out. Well, it's Jake's short bowl that's just been pumped up. He's framed up fairly nicely now. We'll probably see Schraner playing an attacking shot of some description. Try and convert this head. Indi Conlan looking for what to cover or to try and add. Whatever he does, he doesn't want to make it any easier for Lee Schraner. He's looking for a backhand draw. Can get in to the gap there. Very close. Wow, fantastic bowl from Indi Conlan. I think that's 3 now for Indi Conlan holding. Could be going into the last two ends holding a lead. This man, though, he'll be trying to stop that. No doubt he'll be attacking this head. Big weight. He cut one out. 2 shots. Indi Conlan. So, new leaders. Just a little quick from Noah. Not too much though. Oh, Josh Walker-Davis, pretty fair start. One shot the difference, 2 ends to play. Both teams sitting just outside that top 8, knowing they probably can't afford another loss if they want to keep shooting for the $60,000 first prize. Total of $150,000 up for grabs in this Inland Petroleum City of Dubbo International Fours. The 2-time champions teetering on the brink of missing the cut for the top 8. They suffered a very narrow loss yesterday afternoon. Team from Parks Railway played very well. But, really should be regarded as a bit of a massive boil-over. Rail boys, some handy bowlers in amongst those players, and they're on the march forwards. Haydn Bojkowski, good effort there. Gary Mills playing the backhand with the open air on the path in, so to speak. Feedback is it's just a little trickier to play that side of the green. Pace a bit hard to pick. Gary flying through. A little bit of breeze there makes the grass line a little more tricky as well, apparently. Haydn. Last time I said he'd been playing it well in this direction, he completely shanked his delivery. But hasn't done it this time. He's got another ripper in just when his team needs it. One behind, 2 ends to play. Lucey. Fixed stance. Unusual, but used to see it a lot more when I started bowling some 40 years ago or so. Usually particularly handy for those who have some sort of disability. If that bowl falls over, it's in. Yep, it is. Great bowl, Rick Lucey. A chance for Indi Conlan's team to stay on track for their aspirations to get to that top tier playoff. So just a reminder, we will bring you another 2 sectional games today, plus You got a bonus prime time this evening. So probably around 5:30-ish, depending on how quickly we get through the 3 rounds. We'll be live with the quarterfinal. That's this evening. No idea who'll be in it. Jake Rynne missed his line with that one. Rick Lucey just popping up to have a look while he is. I'll just replay his previous bowl. There was a couple down at least. Maybe more. Draws the shot. Hung on the edge and you see Indi willing it to fall in. It did. Rick Lucey back to the mat. Still needs some more magic. They're still a little vulnerable. Just his one bowl in the head close for his team. So I would love to add another just to give it another layer of protection. Just make it a bit harder for Lee Schraner. Wants this down or doesn't want to sit next to it. That's not too bad at all. Might have locked his own in. Attack. They really need to. If they can get rid of both Rick Lucey's bowls clean, then they'll be laying a few. Not huge weight. Wants this to hold up. It's going to cut across. Comes to quite a reasonable home. So one out of the head, one in. Indi Conlan, still a little vulnerable with both his bowls able to be taken out. He's going forehand. I think he wants to try and draw down, if not counting, at least covering. A good effort. Not sure he's quite as close as he would have liked to have been, but might cut a couple out of the count should that both Rick's bowls go. Lee Schraner, I don't think he can get all 3 in one go. Well, not in a conventional way. He is playing that attacking weight. Won't come back. That's not going to turn. Really not quite nailing the line here. Just finding the conditions a little difficult. And Indi cleverly just goes towards the back of the green. Trying to protect should there be contact. Not sure who owns the tee. Schraner will attack. Use a little more weight just to go a little more direct at this. Jack spills out to the side. Back to the tee. So, well, that might be favourable for his team. Josh Walker-Davis certainly has grabbed the mat. Although he's handed it over. Rick Lucey thinks it's one to them. So one shot to Indi. Conlan now leads by 2 coming into the last end. And now Jedrzejczyk. This is the last end for this clash. Indi Conlan leading 11-9. They did trail 8-9. In fact, Schraner after 11 ends led 9-6, so it's been a little run for the composite team. Can see the scorecard on the live scores on the BowlsLink results portal and app. See that exchange twos in the opening end. Conlan led 4-2 before a 1 and a 3 got the lead out to 6-4. 2 ends in a row for Conlan, then brought it back to 6-all. 3 singles meant that Schraner then led 9-6. Since then, pair of twos. Took it up to 10-9 and a further shot there, 11-9. Noah holding one. It's Haydn Bojkowski on the mat on his forehand side. Josh Walker-Davis has bowled just in behind the jack. Not shot, the one that further back, just further back. Gary Mills will play the forehand as well. Seems to be a very fine line out on that side. You go narrow and it cuts across, so you add a little wide. So you'd be just holding their line, running on a little. Looks a fair effort from Haydn. He's pushed that one through. I think that'll be at least one now for his team. Not sure about the second. I'm not sure whether his has run on a little further. Looks like it could be on the camera view. Rick Lucey not going to come back. He's got the little pace to get through. Jake Rynne on his way back to the mat. He'll play the forehand as well. Lee Schraner's team looking for 3. Not too bad an effort, this one. It'll count. Lucey. If we have a live scoreboard, it'd be 12-11 to Schraner. He wants this to pull up, and it's not going to. He's still just that little bit through. And Jake Rynne, I think they still need to try and add to the count here. His last one was very good. Can he repeat that dose? It looks very similar line. It'll run on nicely. Come in to be, that's the shot. And 2 shots the difference. Lee Schraner, I think he's holding 4. Indi Conlan. Pressure's now back onto Indi. He also knows Lee Schraner's got last bowl, so he's got to change this up. Get his team back that advantage. We've seen Jake Rynne draw a couple of shots out on that hand. It's just a little high. Good bowl. He might have cut it back to just the one. Jake Rynne having a close look. Well, big result there. Schraner though, he just can't. He's got 2 options here. He can sit that bowl or just get draw inside. Little toucher would reinstate their count. Wants a touch on something. He's pushed that bowl. Or has he missed it? He might have got it enough. Unfortunately for our view, Jake Rynne yes, he has. He's punched that bowl through. So I think he's reinstated a count of 2 or 3. They're having a close look. So that is Indi Conlan's bowl. I believe, anyway. Yep, I'm pretty sure that one is Indi Conlan's bowl, so he's probably down game. Needs to play a good bowl here. Keep his team in the hunt for the big money. And he's done it very well. I think that'll be good enough for second, perhaps. Although hands on the head, he's not sure. Two the difference. 4 wins and a draw may even be enough to get you into the top, but you'd much rather be getting that 5th win and then trying to get a couple of good wins this afternoon to make sure that you're in that hunt. Lee Schraner. Not going to hold its line. Can he get a rub? Well, he's got the rub and come in. Well, Indi Conlan got a bit of luck on that third last end, going up the other way. So I think he's got at least 2. They're not going to tell us. Might just have to keep an eye on the Online score. I think he's drawing. He's probably made the 3. But, just waiting for the app to hit the final score. Players are just putting that in at the moment. Well, it's completed. It was 2. So it is a draw. Lee Schraner and Indi Conlan played out a draw. Join us again in maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. There's still teams completing their final ends. We'll be back with round 5. Look forward to your company then. But wonderful to be in beautiful Dubbo for the Inland Petroleum City of Dubbo International Fours. We'll be back in half an hour or so, but until then, it's goodbye for now.